Whenever I see this specific style of boxes, I get super excited. Hey guys, welcome back to the Kicks Wizards channel, and today we're looking at amazing classic that I already have at least 3 or 4 pairs that are original like this one, but this is a different colorway. And like I mentioned on my intro, these are coming 30 years later onto this channel to show it to you guys. And of course, I'm talking about the original Reebok Pyro, which is the running model in this beautiful black, white, and silver colorway. And this colorway I did not have on my collection. I have some of the other original colorways that I have been lucky enough to find over the years. But I just recently found these and I grabbed them with the quickness off of eBay because I couldn't believe that I found this specific colorway. Now, if you guys been with my channel for a while, you know I talk about this model in a lot of those early 90s creations a lot, because these are the models that captured my attention and my love for the brand over 30 years ago. Obviously, most of the models came in this specific style box with the British flag lid because of the company we know originated in Bolton in the UK. But this specific model, again, was created by Christian Tresser, the designer of the Aztrek, the designer of this shoe, the Daytona, tons of other soccer boots, tons of other models over the years. He was one of the biggest designers that the company had, and later he created some amazing models for Nike as well and other brands. But this one was kind of like the most simplified, lightweight, and comfortable running shoe at the time. We have entirely mesh upper. We have some very unique details that he implemented in a lot of the models, including these reflective dots on the back. This is real 3M, not just random reflective material, all on the lateral, medial, and the back side. And that specific flap here with the 3M as well, that unfortunately Reebok couldn't replicate correctly on their retros because most of them stay up like this. And when you put them down, they flip up immediately. But this original one, 30 years later, when you flip it down, it stays down like it's supposed to because this is reflective right here. And these are just simply incredible, not because 30 years later they look amazing, but still 30 years later, they are wearable. And I mentioned that many times before, if you find running shoes like that from that time, most of the times they will be wearable because the materials used here are fabrics, and fabrics don't age like synthetic leather or nubuck, or I would say synthetic nubuck, because it's not gonna peel, it's not gonna crack, it's not gonna crumble, it's not gonna do any of that stuff. And these are like they came yesterday from the factory or the store. And the only thing really you can worry about is sole separation. But if you start wearing them right away, the glue is gonna bond again and it's gonna stay together. I wore these around the house and I'm telling you, they're not going anywhere. Of course, one of the biggest things right here we have in the back, hexalite, which is absolutely real and very, very soft. And we have Reebok branding. The rest of it is just a classic diamond shape outsole that Christian Tresser created and implemented a lot of their models. You guys are gonna see on the details how soft is this EVA on the midsole. Even today, 32 years later, this is not going anywhere. It's not gonna crumble. It's not gonna just evaporate in your hands when you touch it, just like other sneakers from the time. This is gonna stay like this forever. It's not even hardened at all. It's just amazing to me, those compounds that Reebok were using at the time for these running shoes. And I mentioned that before as well. This is how all shoes came back in the day. On the cross in the front, you will see diagonal. Only the first lace loops are laced with the laces and the rest of them are tucked in the behind. So it's up to you to lace your shoes whichever way you want, not the factory to lace them for yourself. And we have the classic Reebok runner logo on the tone, and the tone is very nice and puffy. And again, they're not making tones like this, not just because of the puffiness, but see how correct this tone is cut. There is no jaggedy lines, there's nothing incorrect. It just looks absolutely perfect, and there's perforations inside of the tone for ventilation, and these are made in China, not in Korea. But I don't know what kind of factories they used at the time. The quality is exponentially better than the quality we're seeing these days. And let me pull the insole out and show it to you as well. This is a classic Reebok insole. They're using across many models, and you've seen that before. Very anatomically correct with the arch support, thicker, with thicker portion on your heel. And this is, keep in mind, these shoes retailed for $69 at the time. So they were managing to put very good insoles, very comfortable, polylite insoles. They're not gonna crumble or they're not gonna fall apart in budget friendlier shoes at the time. Like I mentioned, the Pyro was the introduction to the runners for the brand. And obviously, just like any other shoe at the time, they featured the technology. We have original hexalite tag right here. And this one, it says 1990 printed, made in Taiwan. So these ones are actually the classic ones because the logo underneath the hexalite is only Reebok. It's not Reebok with the vector, which later they changed for later models. And then they started putting the vector in there. But these are kind of like the original vector branding without a lining on top of the two. And again, you will see some smudges on the sides from glue, and it gets darker over the years, but that glue is still holding. And again, this midsole is extremely soft. And I cannot say how happy I am to find these shoes, because I still remember today going to the Reebok stores and looking at them and thinking I will never be able to buy these because they were so expensive even at the time, despite the fact the cheapest possible running shoes with technology. Of course, the hexalite. We had other models that didn't have a hexalite and that were even cheaper, but everybody wanted technology in their shoes in the form of hexalite or in the form of pump or graphite or air or trinomic or disc or any of that time. Everybody wanted technology and everybody was hyped about technology. Nobody wanted a shoe that had no technology, especially not visible and stuff like that. So shoes like that were highly sought after, and all of us as kids in high school at the time, we really wanted them. And I remember trying these. One of my friends had them. I put them on feet and I thought this was the most comfortable shoe at the time that I've ever tried, because how soft this EVA was, how low to the ground was, and you could have actually feel the hexalite on your heel collapsing, and it was so nice. And thinking, man, hopefully one day I'll be able to get them. And hey, 30 years later, now these are in my hand. You see the toe lip, how nicely done is for runners. Has these grooves to kind of grab the pavement when you're running. And yeah, finding these in my size, it was just pure luck. I always keep my eye on eBay, other apps, and any kind of social media that I can see in order for me to find these original pairs. A lot of people were asking me, how do you find them? Well, it takes a lot of legwork, a lot of time that you can scout around and make sure you find them. But yeah, long story short, I'm extremely happy that I found these. They're gonna be, again, added to my ever-expanding classic collection of Reebok Originals that I absolutely love. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hit the thumbs up if you like the video. Stay tuned to the channel. Subscribe if you're new. And as always, guys, you have a wonderful day.